You are listening to Droptent Media Network.
Sam, we are. Sam, oh, you miss Sam, we are. Sam, we are. Sam, we are.
This is Sam Cap and Sam Dub with Sam We Are. TGIF.
That's what's up.
It's Friday, y'all. Probably not when you're listening to this since we release on Thursdays.
Yeah, it's not going to work out that way for you.
But it's your Friday's Eve.
Friday Junior.
Yeah, for you all, Friday's Eve. Or maybe it's Friday when you're listening to this, though you should be listening on Thursdays.
Immediately after release.
As soon as I release it at midnight, get on the computer.
Set a timer.
Don't forget. Don't sleep. Don't put your kids to bed. This is the most important thing in your lives.
Pretty much.
Well, happy freaking weekend.
Thank you.
I need this. It's been a long ass week.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah. I've been doing a large amount of drinking in like the past couple weeks just because I've been doing so much, like we talked about. If you're listening to this in chronological order, an episode or two ago we talked about, like, you know, the extreme slap in the face that happened to a lot of us, you know, when things were just like, okay, everything's open, everything's back to normal, like stop wearing a mask now, you don't need any of that shit, like everyone can see each other, everyone hang out, like fuck a mask, like I don't know, that's basically what was being said. And I mean, I feel like most of us were just like, oh. And then you know, you get the text like, oh, we should hang out. Like, let's go to a restaurant. Like, let's do this. Like, there's this concert. There's this event, this festival. And you feel like almost obligated to go to all of this to please everyone. And you're like, oh, I've sat on my ass for 9 months. Like, what excuse do I have to not go out? But then you're like, fuck, this is expensive. Maybe I don't want to see these people. Like, what the fuck?
Legit, girl, I feel like I'm scraping pennies this week. And I'm like, what happened? I have been stacking my money. I've been secure all pandemic. And then all of a sudden, shit's open. And I'm like, oh, yeah, because I spent 30 in Uber that night. 30 in Lyft that night, drinks at the bar that night. I went out to dinner that night. I'm like, fuck me. It's difficult. It's difficult. We talked about boundaries. We're working on it. You know, I'm attempting it. But you know, it's important to, you know, continue to, oh my gosh. But yeah, I'm excited. This is gonna be a fun weekend. It's a fun couple of weeks coming up. I'm really excited. Lots of comedy things happening. So it's just gonna be like, go, rush. And it's giving me energy. I'm finally getting back in the swing of things. I'm like, okay, just got to drink a lot of tea in the morning, get your shit done, be organized, do your laundry, have clean clothes ready. Don't care what your hair looks like. That helps.
You do that all the time. You check
burn,
that box.
Bitch, burn. Ouch. I'll cry about that later tonight. I don't cry like that. Don't worry. But yeah, exactly. I really don't normally care what my hair looks like. But now that the world, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go cry. I don't need the Sam. I don't know why you're bullying me. I'm so nice to you. I brought you spiked seltzer.
You did, thank you.
She's so mean.
White Claw. I feel like we're starting, like, we smoke every episode, but now we're also starting to like drink every episode. Like, is this becoming a problem?
It's definitely becoming a problem because we're recording at night now instead of on Saturday and Sunday mornings. And we used to record at like 12 or 11. Like, I am not drinking at 12 or 11. I'm drinking tea. That's my tea chug moment. So that's what I'm doing in the mornings. So yeah, I feel like the episodes are getting like sillier and sillier every time because I'm like, fuck it, let me just drink, you know. And when I have one spiked seltzer, one whole spiky, I get a little wild, you know. That's my limit for alcohol. So woo.
Good to know. So you need at least 2 to get Sam wasted.
Like if I have 2, I'm like super drunk. I'm like when people are like falling over and like throwing up, like that's me with 2 spiked seltzers. My tolerance is very low, as you can tell.
Well, that's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
Well, we have a super fun guest today, in person, happening more and more. We went through like a whole string of virtual.
Yeah.
And now that people are coming out, and we have a really cool guest today. You guys might know him as ya fave Trashman. This is Terrill Haigler.
What's up, guys? How are you?
We are good. Welcome. We're so happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here. It's fun. I love meeting new people and talking. That's what I do.
That's what you do best.
Literally. If I would have known about being a PR person when I was like 18, I beat Jeff Bezos right now.
I love that. And you're so right. I mean, a lot of our listeners, are Philadelphia based. So, a lot of people know who you are. They know about what you're doing, and it's been really cool. It's been like interesting. I feel like you're one of those people, like someone will be like, "Hey, do you like follow this guy?" And then they're like, "No," and then they start, you know what I mean? You just get like passed around because
I love it. It's humbling to feel that some people find my Instagram like that important, where they're like, if you don't follow this guy, you're not a real Philadelphian.
That's actually how I feel about your Instagram. And I feel like people who don't follow your IG are not in the know. And in case any of our listeners, our humble listeners, don't know who you are, which if you don't know him, definitely follow him on Instagram now. But could you tell us a little bit about what you do on your Instagram?
Sure. So long story short, I was a sanitation worker for the Philadelphia Sanitation Department, got hired December 2019, and by March 2020, Aunt COVID was here, and she was not going home anytime soon. So around June, I started the Instagram because there was like 250, 300 sanitation workers that had tested positive. They were sick. We had no PPE, no cleaning supplies. We were just like scrambling around. And then the news was coming out like, hey, the reason the trash is so backed up is because sanitation workers are lazy. Hey, sanitation workers are just taking days off because they don't feel like working. I'm like, actually, like, people are sick and like on ventilators. So I'm like, okay, we got to do something. And myself, I'm like, I don't, I'm on probation. So let me just start an Instagram and just shed a light on what it really is to be a sanitation worker. And little did I not know that it was like a desperate need for people to want to have information about trash and the waste. And so from there, I was like, hey, we need PPE and cleaning supplies. And my starting salary is $31,000. I can't supply cleaning supplies and work and take care of 3 kids all at the same time. So I'm gonna sell t-shirts, and ended up selling over 2,000 t-shirts, raising $32,000, and that's kind of where it went viral. I turned around. I was on Worldwide News with David Muir. I was at a Good Morning America article, and by September I was on Kelly Clarkson's show. And
that's so cool.
That went uphill really fast.
It escalated really quickly. And now I'm sitting at close to 26,000 followers, and I love what I do. I love to organize, clean up. So my big thing now is Forbes rated Philadelphia the dirtiest city in America.
I saw that.
Wow.
I saw that.
My whole goal is to clean Philadelphia one block at a time and get the residents energized about keeping their neighborhoods clean. So I organize these neighborhood cleanups with politicians and say, listen, this has to be higher on your priority list. So we get, that T-Mobile brings out a DJ, GoPuff provides snacks, have a pizza store that gives pizza, have a Global Industrial gives gloves, like there's all these corporate sponsorships just to help people clean neighborhoods that seem forgotten or that don't have resources. So I just love it. It's so much fun just to, get to a block and it's all dirty. Then Clip gives me 2 trash trucks, and you just got random people throwing trash from a lot in the trash truck, and then you turn around, you actually see grass and flowers, and the block is clean now. People coming outside now, they're sweeping their steps, and because it just energizes them, it raises the standard for the neighborhood and for the community. And then I'll have my friends from Sharing Access bring 200 boxes of groceries, and now we're giving out groceries in the neighborhood, and it just makes me feel good just to know that I came here on a random Saturday. These people most likely didn't know I was coming. Now they got their block clean, they got groceries, they listen to music for 4 hours. Like, it's just a thing. So that's kind of what I do as your fave trash man, along with a lot of other things that just kind of fell onto the plate. So yeah, I enjoy it. It's fun.
Terrill, listen to me. I want to join your posse. I think you guys need some HR.
I was gonna say you're not trying to clean up things, right?
Oh,
I can't see that for you.
Oh no.
Okay. Not to say that she's too good to clean.
Do not
I'm
stereotype.
not saying that.
Because
I'm just saying.
I'm actually in a trash war with one of my neighbors.
Tell us about your trash war.
What do you mean by trash war?
I've had multiple trash wars, Terrell.
Okay.
Multiple.
Let's see.
Tell us everything.
Because
let's find a peace party.
Yes. it's getting better, but it had to be done.
Are they like? Tell us.
Do they not put their trash out properly?
So
We have so many questions. I was
So
thinking the same
my
thing.
neighbors across the street.
Do your neighbors listen?
Not a lot.
Okay,
The words in her head.
Okay, I just didn't want you to go home to a busted screen door or something, you know.
It's like literally one side of the street is like all these young people who have each other's back and get each other's Amazon packages so they don't get stolen, and then like the other side of the street is like all these old lazy people who this is my beef. They put the trash out like 3 days early. And there's tons of feral cats in my neighborhood.
And they sit. Why do they do that?
Why do they do that?
Why do they
Actually,
do that?
they should be ticketed.
I've left multiple nice notes.
No. Did you call 311?
I have.
And you said they put their trash out too early?
Yes.
And
I don't believe it's ever been investigated.
Okay.
Shocking.
Because the last time I left a voicemail and I said, "Hey, it's me again. I see that you put your trash out again 3 days early." And then so they moved it instead of just taking it in. First of all, I was like, how does one house put out this much trash? Like, this is an obnoxious amount of trash, first of all. And second of all, when I asked him to stop putting it out 3 days early, he started putting it around the corner behind cars, and then it was getting run over by the cars and just going all over the
What
street.
part of the city do you live in?
East Passyunk.
That's actually kind of odd for that area.
It's very frustrating because it's just a couple people, and I always clean it up because, like you said, I take pride in my block. It's my fucking home. I own my home. Like, I plan on staying here long term. Like, I can't just let a bunch of fucking trash sit in my street. Like, it's just...
So, take a picture, tag me,
Ooh.
and I'll blast them on Instagram.
Ooh, yes.
And
That's
then,
badass.
And maybe, I used to play a game with the city where I would take pictures of trash piles and then we would grade them.
Ooh.
So maybe we should grade his trash pile.
Yeah.
Yeah,
next
let's
time.
do it.
And if so happen his numbers of his address are in the picture, that's just innocent bystander.
True. It is a small business as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's even worse.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really annoying.
Yeah.
That's really annoying. And it's just like you said,
Well, you said it's a small business.
Yes.
So does he have a trash can in front of his business?
He does not.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
He's supposed to have a trash can in front of his business on
Yeah.
a residential block.
You guys know too, like when you're walking on a sidewalk and you see like trash places, like people would just like have trash out. The pedestrians that then walk by continue to add
That's
their
it,
trash
yeah.
on top of it, and it just becomes a mound of random ass trash, and that's what happens across the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he should. I mean, at this point, you could probably call L9 and be like, this guy doesn't have a trash can in front of his business and is creating waste. And then literally, I'm gonna give a bad secret out, and hopefully nobody from L9 hears this. If you say that you see an increase of rodents and rats in your neighborhood, they will come out sooner rather than later.
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
That's a good tip.
Have to use that one.
I like that.
Because at that point, it's a health issue.
Yeah. Speaking of health issues, though, something that I think Sam and I both wanted to talk to you about was some of the posts you had made regarding like just rolling up on random houses and what they actually have in their trash cans. Like, I've seen you post some pictures where I'm like, dear God.
Oh, you talking about the maggots?
Maggots, rodents,
human
needles,
The
waste.
needles. Yeah, human waste.
The human waste got me. I was like, oh
I think I missed that one.
my God.
Yeah,
Or maybe I blocked it out of my
the
memory.
possum.
Yeah, I remember that. I
Yeah.
follow you. I've been following you for a minute. You
Yeah,
know? Since
anybody-
you came out, I'm obsessed
Anybody
with you.
knows about the possum? They've been here since the beginning.
So how do you, tell us all the weird things that you found and tell us like what are you expected to do with all that stuff?
Honestly, keep going. Like just to keep working. Like there's been plenty of times when I've what we call them shit cans, where people water get cut off because they can't pay their water bill, so they use their trash can as a bathroom, and they seal the top of the lid down, and then it says they leave a nice note with a smiley face, says take whole can, and you take the whole can, and then when you compress it, like shit flies out everywhere. And then imagine doing that in the middle of the summer when it's like 98 degrees outside, and you got to walk behind that for the rest of your shift. Sucks.
Oh my god. Anyone who can see us right now,
we're like all horrified.
Like both of you guys are red. Both of you guys are red.
Like we both made the same face.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, one of my coworkers got like it shot on him and like hit him in the face, and yeah.
Sam is not okay. She is not okay. No, yeah. She is not okay. She's.
Do you think we get a mental health day after that? No, they say see you tomorrow morning. Ugh. Which is one of the reasons why I'm such an advocate for I resigned in February because I feel like I can advocate better, not from behind the truck.
Yeah.
Yes, it was like a financial move where I'm like, okay, I gotta figure it out, but it's just my passion. I just love I feel like such a calling to it that I feel like God will just work everything else out. But I just really love to advocate for sanitation workers and just to make it better working conditions, make it better, like they don't have hazard, like all of that guy went through. He doesn't have hazardous pay. What if he gets sick because some of it got in his mouth or something? Right. He doesn't get hazardous pay.
Sam's not okay. You've disturbed her. Like she may never eat again. Like she's not okay. We are back after Sam Dubb had to take a momentary mental health break due to us discussing poop in the face. That was a combo Terrill Sam Cap joke, so I'm just like really proud of us for that. And I feel you know,
we could tag team anytime.
We're gonna do some comedy stuff together. I'm just saying. Yeah, I feel like you're a comedian. That was funny.
Well, you know my life. Yeah.
You have lived experience. People with lived experience.
Some shit you just can't make up in my life. Yeah, you just
tell us.
Shit is the operative word, so that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things is that I had to block my 4-year-old last week.
On like social media?
No, from like my phone. I had to block her on my phone so she couldn't call me.
Was she just FaceTiming you all the time?
Like 6 times in a row. And then like I'm in a meeting or I'm on Zoom or something and she's like calling. I'm like texting her like, hey, daddy can't talk, but what fucking 4-year-old can read a text? So like I'm on Zoom, I'm like pausing and taking my camera off. I'm like holding the mic down to talk to her. And she's like still FaceTime. So I'm like, oh my God, it's emergency. Turn the Zoom off, everything. I get back on the Zoom and she's like, do you like this dress or this dress? Literally, I was like, blocked. Blocked.
That is the funniest thing ever. Yeah. I really want you to do stand-up comedy. I think you would be so funny. That was hilarious.
I don't know. I got a few funny stories in my life.
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it. I feel like people who have like unique lives can really make for unique cool comedy. That's just
and it's all like, yeah, it's my life. Because people laugh at my life all the time and I'm just like I'll give you another story. I went into a place to rent for my aunt because she's retiring from the Air Force. And so I'm talking to the woman and the other lady, I've known her like for like 4 years now. So she knows that I'm your fave trash man, but this other lady doesn't. So we're like talking about renting the space and everything. And the one I do know is like, oh yeah, because you know you got to clean up and stuff. So we're talking about trash. She said, you know what? You know what you should do? I'm like, well, yeah, tell me. Do you have an Instagram? I'm like, yeah, I do. She said, you should follow your fave trash man. I said, really? Is he doing things in the city or something? And she's like, yes. You don't have his Instagram? I said, no. She said, hold on, I'm gonna go get my phone. I said, okay. And then when she came back, she had the fuck face, like it was you the whole time. So yeah,
I love that.
Yeah,
I love these stories. Yeah. They're better. I feel like Sam Dubb likes them better than the shit in the face stories. I don't know. I feel like she may never recover. I don't know if she's okay.
Yeah.
But we were talking about, hazardous conditions, like dealing with, we won't continue the conversation, Sam, but, talking about all the crap, for lack of a better term, I'm sorry for the pun, that you had to deal with on the job.
Yeah. And the thing is, all this stuff that's happening was before Corona. So getting poked by needles and nails, and for all my people that deal with K&A, which was my route at one point, that's just a whole different monster. Like, imagine having to roll a dope fiend over to pick up the trash. like with like literally like kick him over because he's like passed out on the trash so that you could do your job. Like who wants to deal with that every day? Make $31,000 a year, have the city fuck up your pay sometime, and then Governor Wolf comes out with hazardous pay and he doesn't add sanitation workers on there. And no offense to grocery workers, but you put the cashier as somebody that gets hazardous pay in a pandemic, not just sanitation worker. Boggles my mind.
Yeah. And it's interesting that you said one of the reasons that you started the Instagram is because people were putting out these articles like, oh, the trash isn't getting picked up because trash workers are lazy or they're taking off work because they're not sick or whatever. And I mean, that's just, first of all, so ignorant. You know, it's like so sad that those articles were even written or that people were saying that. And of course, we hear so much ignorant stuff from people about trash, right?
Yeah.
When oftentimes it's like the individuals putting it out too early or whatever, you know?
Or horribly. That's why I
Right.
started grading trash piles because like people would really, excuse me, I just burped. People would, sorry, it came out. I'm sorry. People would, it made me, I'm so disgusted I burped. People would really like, do you know like the things I've seen people put out in their trash? Like someone took a whole Easter dinner and just dumped the food in the bag. Like
they didn't eat it?
no. So when you go to pick it up and it's been sitting there for 2 days because we're late because of Corona, the bag has tears on it. Animals have eaten it. There's chicken bones up and down the block. And the rule is once we touch it, we're responsible for it. So imagine me go to touch it and I go to toss it in the truck and it rips midair. And now all that food is everywhere. Do you know what happens?
No.
Residents come out and hand you a broom so that you can sweep it all up. And they stand there at their door with their arms crossed and watch you. Now, some will help you. Some will go get a shovel. Some will say, hey, I put it out wrong. My bad. And others would go, what's the truck number? I'm calling 311 to report the truck.
That's a Karen.
Definitely.
Yeah.
A K&A Karen.
Definitely. But it's so, like as a sanitation worker, that was so frustrating to me.
Yeah.
So that's why I started saying things and started telling, you know, tie your bags, break down your boxes. Styrofoam is not recyclable.
Say it again.
Jinx,
bitch, you owe me a tattoo.
Sam.
Styrofoam. If you don't know how many arguments people put their trash, their TV box out, and it's full of styrofoam. So the recycle guy doesn't take it, but then when the trash guy gets there, he sees a box, so he's not going to take it. And then they run wide, and then it rains. So now the cardboard is stuck to the sidewalk. And then who do you blame? Sanitation workers.
Right.
But there's just, and this is my personal gripe, but the city doesn't put out enough information. But when they, you know, I might put out a curb, you know, proper put out process, something like that. And then they'll put like a curb your waste. Like that was inspired by somebody. I wonder who.
Right. Like they saw how important it was, the work that you were doing and how many people were interested in Philadelphia to know. Like I was so fascinated when you started the Instagram last year because it was obviously, like you said, at the beginning of the pandemic and, you know, trash was maybe it was backed up. Maybe they weren't picking up that
4 days.
week. Exactly. And so, you know, I want to do the right thing. But like you said, that information wasn't being put out there. So we put our stuff out there thinking the trash is going to come. You all know it's going to be a week late, but no one fucking tells anyone.
Right.
There's no communication.
That's literally how I got famous. Literally, my trash updates was my way in. Literally every morning at 7 a.m. I would go, hey, Philadelphia, it's Thursday. But in the trash world, it's Monday. And you could literally feel all of Philadelphia whose trash is Monday, like fucking running to the trash, dumping their shit out. Everybody who put their shit out is bringing it back in. Like,
Yeah.
But it literally saved the city, I believe, because I was able to communicate with people, and people who had trash day on Wednesday was holding it until we got to their day.
That's right.
And so it was dope to see. Like it was kind of funny though, because let it be like 7:03, DM. What's happening? What day is it? DM. I'm like, guys, I didn't get the assignment yet. Like, hold on. 7:10 comes. Oh, do you not love us anymore? You pay Trashman? Is this account working? I'm like, yes, it's working. I promise. I don't want to give you false information. Like, I know you guys are dependent on this information. So, yeah. It got a little intense for a while. Yeah.
But that just shows how important the updates are. You know, it's not like these people were messaging you about a candle that you made. Like these people were messaging you about like trash that is, you know, supposed to go out or not supposed to go out at the right time. And like you said, like we don't want the streets to be filled with trash. Once it starts to rain and breaks down, it becomes a whole mess for everyone. And so it was really beneficial during that time when everything was so uncertain for us to know the right thing to do. I am always trying to do my trash and recycling right. You know what I'm saying? I'm like one of those people. I'm like washing everything out. You know, I'm ripping my pizza box lids off and shit like that so I can recycle it. You know, like that's the.
Well, you can recycle the lids, not
not the bottom, right?
Because of the grease.
Yeah. So I'm ripping, you know, I'm ripping the lid off and I'm putting that in my recycling. Like I'm doing all the things. I try and like, but there's not a lot of information. I know. I think it's Green Philly blog. I'm blanking, but some green like blog in Philadelphia. I think that's the name, Green Philly blog. I always fuck up everyone's name and they hate me for it. But you know, they put out a lot of recycling stuff, but they don't really put out a lot of stuff about trash. So they'll put out stuff like I explained, you know, like styrofoam's not recyclable, like you said, or you know, rip the pizza box lid off or whatever. And that's like
literally
helpful.
washing. You should see how many arguments you get into when people like just put their empty mayonnaise can or you know, container, and you're like, it's still a half a thing of mayonnaise in here. It's not. It's plastic. Yes, it's plastic with a half of thing of mayonnaise and a pickle in it. This is not recyclable. This is literally. You want to know another one? Literally got into an argument with a resident for 25 minutes on why her used diapers from her newborn weren't recyclable.
No,
and
sir.
she was like, they do it for horses. They put it back, and I said, ma'am, these are shitty diapers. You tell me how the city should recycle these.
What use should we do?
Like what?
Wow.
What are we fertilizing with Similac shit? Like what? Yeah. So you have but also like it's on everybody. That's why one of my hashtags is always, it takes all of us.
Yeah.
It takes the residents. It takes the city. It takes everybody to just be aware.
Yeah.
Just be aware. And you know, and that kind of like leads in me, like that's why I'm like cleaning the city, because everybody's doing all this short dumping and illegal dumping and stuff. So I don't know, that's another
Well, that's one of the things you're doing now, right? As you said, like you retired or you
resigned.
I'm sorry, not retired. Yeah, well, soon you retire. Hopefully. Hey,
like,
that was me manifesting that for you.
I received that in the name.
I got you. I got you. But yeah, I mean, so you resigned from doing the sanitation work, but you're still doing. I think you're still doing these neighborhood cleanups.
Oh yeah,
right?
for sure. I have
and
one
that's
tomorrow.
what you're doing.
With,
awesome.
In Kensington, Allegheny at Provision Point.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's, you know, I see the work that you're doing. You're like taking these sort of lots that you say people are, it's like empty lots, right? Which Philadelphia has this huge like empty lot issue.
That's not an issue. They're on purpose. They're just waiting for a developer to come and build on it.
Yeah.
Versus making it a green space. But that's go ahead, finish it. I don't want to cut you off.
It's no, that's exactly where I was going to go with it though. Like when I was fresh out of college, this young little hippie trying to, you know, find my way and trying to figure out what to do in the world. I was working all these different jobs and stuff. And I somehow got connected with these like green hippies who wanted to turn empty lots in Philadelphia into gardens. And they got in touch with me because I worked in a butterfly exhibit at a museum, and they wanted to build a butterfly garden. And like they wanted expertise on, you know, what types of plants they should plant and all that stuff.
Can I ask you a question about butterflies?
I mean, we talk about this a lot, so I could tell you everything, but I won't bore the people. But tell me.
They don't bite, right?
No, they don't bite. They don't have any teeth or anything.
I knew that.
Some people are afraid of butterflies. They're big, you know, they flap, but no, they don't have any teeth. They have like, the way that they eat is through what's called a proboscis, which is like a long straw-like, you know, part of their face that sort of like rolls up when they're not eating, and then when they want to eat, it unravels, and then like they'll stick that into like a flower or into fruit, or they can even drink like sweat off of humans. They can drink blood off of dead animals. Meadow flies.
Wait, butterflies drink blood?
Yeah, butterflies drink blood. They're pretty badass. People don't realize that. They think they're super sweet and nice. They don't bite, but like if there's a dead animal, they could like drink its blood and get nutrients from it.
So about these lots.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love it.
Exactly. Great segue. So yeah. I had, you know, was working with these people, and unfortunately it never got off the ground. But I always think of that whenever I see, you know, these empty lots. It's exactly like you said. They're just waiting for a developer instead of making it a space for the neighborhood to use.
Yeah, and I've come into contact with some nonprofits that are really doing this at a high level. So I mean, maybe you were the start of it and you just didn't know. Maybe, you know, but literally I mean, and it's funny. Like I just have now being your fave trash man and being in some circles where I get to talk to council people or I get to talk to a state rep and I can ask like a real thorough question like, what the fuck is up? Like, what is going on with the city's money, the budget, the school board, and like I told you, you know, off air, I have a theater background, so like I'm like helping the Philadelphia Cultural Fund try to raise money. Cool. I'm trying to start, you know, a foundation. Like I lost my mother in November. Like one of her biggest dreams was to have a grant where she would pay for underprivileged kids to go to arts class, whether it be like piano, dance, you know, and just be able, because that's what saved my life. Like I grew up right in North Philly. I was too busy in rehearsal to, you know, do dumb shit with my friends. So when people got shot and stuff, I'm getting out of rehearsal like, oh wait, what happened? But it's because I was in rehearsal, I wasn't with them. So, you know, so that's like that. All of that drives me to, you know, just see a better Philadelphia. That's all. We just, Philly's so dope.
I feel that.
It really is. I'm a lifelong Philadelphian as well. I grew up in the Northeast Philly. And it makes me sad to see trash. I get sad when people throw trash around. I see it every day, unfortunately.
I almost get into accidents. Because now when I drive and I see a pile, I'm like, oh, wait, I'm driving.
Right.
Like, because it's like, it's so prominent now. And it's just like, how do we get rid of this? Stop it. Like, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
And, you know, you said Philadelphia was voted by Forbes the most dirty city
in America.
In America, which doesn't surprise me, again, having lived here my whole life. But one of the things that I've heard people talk about is that we don't have trash cans, like, on every block. The city of Philadelphia does not have trash cans anywhere. So where can people throw out their trash if they're like, you know, talking about not at their homes when they're driving around or walking around, you know? That's one of the reasons why people throw shit on the ground is because there is nowhere to throw it out. Even when you're on the busiest parts of Philadelphia and you're on South Street or you're downtown, there's like maybe one trash can per every few blocks.
And they got either the square ones or they have like the ones on the chain, but it's not enough.
It's not enough, and they don't get picked up, and they get like, you know, whatever. Not that that's your fault.
No. But I mean, that's just
it's because there's not enough trash cans.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. It's because there's not enough trash cans. I used to work on South Street, and that trash can was always fucking full. And
that sounds personal.
It was very personal.
Like
it's very personal.
The first block to be cleaned will be that trash can on South Street.
You know what it was? It was because a lot of the stores, this was really annoying. A lot of the stores would put their fucking trash bags into the trash can on the sidewalk.
Overflow it.
Yeah, and overflow it. So like that was the store's
And then by
fault.
the time the city got there, the sanitation worker was like, I'm not fucking doing this.
It would be overflowing because if you're throwing in a huge ass trash bag, that's not what that's for. Okay, it doesn't matter. We all have our trash wars. We all have our trash wars.
We all have our trash wars.
Oh my God. That just reminded me of this lady. It doesn't matter.
Look, it's so personal.
This lady on South Street.
Here we go. Here we go. Go ahead. Get it out, Sam. Get it out.
Thank you.
Feel better. This is closure.
This is closure. Well, she had like severe mental health issues. You know, I work in like healthcare. So like I certainly saw, I think she may have been schizophrenic. I don't know. I'm just diagnosing her now. But she definitely like had some severe mental health issues. But she used to think that like one of the other stores was putting out their trash early. And for some reason, she thought it was us. I would never do that. I'm very good about trash. I just want to let everyone know that. And so she thought it was us. So she would like pick up the trash and like throw it at us and like throw it at our store. And she would like curse me out and like put the finger up. And I would be like, I'm filming you. And I'm like, don't fuck with us right now. Like I would have to like yell at her back, like get my boss. It was like this whole thing. This went on for like years, you guys. Years.
Versus maybe adding like 3 trash cans to the block. And
right.
Then, yeah.
And also the trash was mine. I'm just saying. Like throw it at someone else's store. It's not me.
For the record. The trash was not Sam's.
Thank you so much. But yeah, I mean, we all have these wars, and it's you know, it's not the trash people's fault, right? Like it's the fact that we don't have more trash cans. And I know the city is just allegedly bringing back street sweeping. I don't know if that's happened. Do you have tell me, you guys? I saw you rolled your eyes for anyone who's not watching this on YouTube.
Well, we will see.
We'll see.
We will see.
Agreed.
There's a lot of things environmentally got cut when COVID happened, so we will see. I don't like the word defund, okay? I like to use the word reallocate.
I like that.
Reallocate some fucking money to other parts of the city. Reallocate some money to the school board.
Yeah.
Reallocate some money to the streets department. There's only 1,200 sanitation workers that actually work in the city.
That's not a lot.
We're severely undermanned.
It's not a lot.
We're severely undermanned.
And it's not like they couldn't just hire, like, they can hire more people, but they don't have the funding, right? Like, that's the issue.
Exactly.
That's what you're saying.
They don't have the funding. And I'm honestly like, the streets department could use a lot more funding.
Yeah.
And I'm not even talking about the whole streets department. Just focus on sanitation first. I'm talking about from the uniforms to the trucks. Like, I just saw some new trucks, and I'm like, thank God. Because here's a little trick. You want to know how old the truck is in the city, the first two numbers are the year it came out. So if you see a 07, 95, 32, that means that truck came out in 07.
Right.
Statistics say a trash truck lasts about 8 years. So the person in that truck in the middle of summer, they don't got no fucking air. The air don't work. Now you riding around all day with no air, picking up for sake.
It's wafting in the windows.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So
wow.
And then your starting salary is $31,000, and they say, oh, by the way, you have to live in the city to work for the city. The average home costs $250,000. The average amount of rent in Philly is about $1,100-$1,200.
Yep.
Where the fuck am I living? On $31,000 a year before taxes. Don't let me be on fucking child support either. You probably getting a check for $200 every 2 weeks. Yeah. Like, these are like real scenarios that I've encountered as a sanitation worker. I'm like, wait a minute. Wait, this is actually your fucking life? Like, wow, I will never complain again. Like, ever again. So that's why I go so hard. Like, that's just one of the reasons. Like, it's really bad. But then you have like Seattle, and I think last time I looked, people in Seattle sanitation, they start at like $65,000-$70,000 a year. Wow. Like, I almost fucking moved to Seattle. Like, literally.
They would be happy to have your like celebrity there, you know? Like,
but it's so that's why I'm trying to, as what I say, just bring like let's get out of 1950 here in Philly with the streets department. Let's get some better trucks, some better uniforms, some better operations. Honestly, I think the city should take the suburbs route. The city should buy a trash can and recycle bin for every citizen, and then those are the only trash cans you use. Yeah, because it'll be uniformed. I don't know why we don't do that. So I mean, it could be some under thing that, you know, this, I don't know, but I have a lot of ideas now, not working for them anymore. Like, yeah. So I try to implement them at my cleanups. But yeah, that's trash in a nutshell for Philly.
It really sounds like Philadelphia is just kind of failing us in that department, like altogether, especially like what you were saying with like the salaries and the amount of people that you guys have and the amount of money that is set aside for this in itself. And it's just kind of sad that we are known, you know, as that like dirty city, because like you guys were saying too, like Philly's so cool. I feel like, you know, Philly is one of those cities that people are quick to pass over and not think about and not consider, but we're dope. And I feel like we're only getting like cooler, so to speak. So I hope that, you know, as awareness, you know, becomes part of this, that, you know, your message will go, you know, far and wide, and the right people will get together and make it happen. And I do think that's going to happen. But I think another thing that I personally think about, like the whole time that you were talking to, is just like the amount of trash that people have, like the amount of trash that sits in front of houses week after week. And there's like, you would think that they had a family of like 8, the amount of trash that some people put out, and it's like 2 people. So I think a big problem that we don't think about and that ties to this is consumerism and buying things, and how our society is just like Amazon package every day, Amazon package every day. Like, how much are the recycle bins full of Amazon boxes?
If I could sit down with Jeff Bezos and go, listen, all that fucking money you have, after you deliver a package, send another fucking truck to go get the box afterwards. In the beginning of the pandemic, literally everybody was like just high on Amazon. It was just like box after box after. I remember getting to one house and she didn't put no box. Like she didn't break down no box. It literally was like 2 rooms. Like it was like the outline of her bedroom and like the outline of her living room. Like we could tell what the fuck she bought. There was like a couch box. There was like a vanity box. There was like a bed frame box. I was like, what the fuck? And no box was broken down.
That annoys the shit out of me when people don't break down their boxes.
One of my biggest pet peeves, because I worked in retail for like 7 years.
Sam, what job didn't you? You sound like me. Like,
I'm like you. I'm like,
I
we've
had
done like
like
1,000
I had like
jobs.
19 jobs by the time I started at Fave Trashman.
I feel like we're gonna like connect off air, you know,
Yeah.
like you used to do theater, I used to do theater, you know, like comedy.
Yeah.
I'm just
I
saying.
did retail. I worked
Okay,
at
hey,
American Eagle.
Okay,
and-
nice.
And Lucky Brand
Nice.
downtown. What
That's so
else did you
funny.
do?
I managed head shops for 7 years.
What's that?
That was my job. I sold like glass and bongs and pipes
Oh.
and vaporizers and stuff like that and blunts. That was my that was my job for 7 years. It sounds kind of silly, but hey, I made good money and I was able to like have a fun job. I worked on South Street for 5 years doing that.
Did you do anything inside theater? Like I was a stage manager and a stage hand, and I helped build sets.
That's
Did you
so
do that?
cool. I didn't do that, but I worked at museums. So that was my other weird
Okay,
job where I was a
okay.
butterfly handler. And then I was like a science educator at the Franklin Institute, the Academy of Natural Sciences.
Okay.
I've done like all the
Wait, we're
weird
gonna
shit.
keep going.
I was a telemarketer. Did you ever do that?
No, but I was a personal trainer.
Oh, okay.
and
Hey.
I taught a jazzercise class and aqua aerobics to seniors.
That is so cool. You are like me. We've done everything.
It's not cool when like you're like teaching the class and the older lady's like jumping up and down, just looking at you, and she winks and stuff. It's not kind of. That's a little scary.
That is hilarious. They probably loved your class though. They were like,
You know, you know, I'm big. I'm person. I crack
Yeah.
jokes all day and stuff.
of
yeah.
course.
I got invited to dinner a couple of times. Well, I'm sorry, not dinner, lunch. Lunch. And literally, I would like tell my friends like, "Yo, you know, Miss Jenkins invited me to lunch after class," and my friends would go, "How much does she get in Social Security?"
Stop.
Like,
Oh
see what
my
that
God.
Social Security check look
Go
like.
get her.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I would
Yeah.
have given that same advice.
Yeah.
Oh my
Like the
God.
equivalent of a sugar daddy.
Well, yeah, that's
a
the
sugar mama. Yeah.
mama.
Sugar mama.
Yeah. Sugar
Yeah.
mama, go get her.
Go get her.
Go get her number.
Not your style.
It's just hard to, you know, sit across from that and go,
Oh,
might,
Sam Dubb knows. Yeah.
she might want to kiss me after this steak. I don't know.
That's why you gotta poison them like 3 days in.
Yeah.
So
Arsenic
about
and
those
things.
lots.
So yeah, well, actually, I did have a question.
Go
I had
ahead.
many questions. I wanted to know. You said like you have all these ideas. Like, what are some of your ideas for how to improve the conditions of sanitation and trash in general in Philadelphia? Like I said, we need more trash cans on the sidewalk. That's my silly idea. I'm sure you're like that
wanna-
wouldn't help, idiot.
You
But
want to
what?
hear my biggest
Tell
idea?
me, please.
And another job. I also did some political consulting. So I worked with some candidates that were running for office with their community outreach and civic engagement. And I talk to like state reps and stuff all the time. But my biggest idea right now, which I don't even need credit for it. I just need somebody in city council to write a policy for it. For the next 2 years, what if city council and the mayor made it a law that on the 3rd Saturday of every month, the whole fucking city cleaned up? You clean 4 feet in front of your house,
Yep.
6 feet both ways, and then that's overtime for sanitation workers. You drag everything to the corner, and sanitation workers don't have to go up and down your block. You just
Oh.
drive around each corner, put the shit in the truck, dump it, and then on that 3rd Saturday, the city puts out special dumpsters for you to dump your bulky items like couches and mattresses and TVs, and which somebody posted a picture of someone tried to throw away a water heater the other week. But shit like that. Now, if we did that for
Wow.
2 years on the 3rd Saturday of every month, all the short dumpies and stuff would disappear, right? Because people are constantly cleaning their neighborhoods now. So if they're going to catch somebody, they might put their paws on them if they catch you short dumping, right? But now you got the whole city engaged on the cleanliness. You're raising the standard for community. You're raising expectation. You have the whole city involved on the same day. Make it a 4-hour event. 11 to 2 every Saturday. You know what you're going to do. Trash is going around. Imagine how much cleaner the city would be if all you had to do was clean 4 feet in front of your house and 6 feet each way. Work together. The city gives you, you know, trash bags, deliver trash bags every 3rd Saturday of the month. Like, make it a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, that's what you have to shovel when it snows. So it's really not that big of a deal.
Right.
Literally, imagine if the city did that for 2 years and every resident participated. The block captains got their blocks involved. Your council person got their district involved. The state rep got their district, and like everybody. And then I would love to head it and have trash ambassadors, so that way we get Sam.
Did you say block captain?
I said trash ambassadors.
Oh, I thought you said block.
He did at one point.
I said, well, get block captain.
I want to be the block captain.
Are you the block captain on your block?
They have them.
I don't know.
See, and that's another
I
thing.
feel like I don't know if we have one.
That's another thing. There's 1 million people in the city, and there's only like 600 block captains registered.
Oh, I need to be one of these.
Sam's gonna register.
Yeah, you can
how do you?
register
I'm gonna do
online.
this tonight.
What do they do? What's the
So
role
block
of a
captains
block
they're
captain?
supposed to like, coordinate the block on things. If you want to have a block party, you go to your block captain. They file the permit
So
and
mean.
get everything.
So mean.
When trash day happens, they make sure everybody's stuff is put out correctly. And
Oh, that's what I do.
So now you can go.
But
to
also
your...
they work. Sorry,
No,
they
go
also work with the elected officials. So like when it's election time and stuff, usually the ward leaders go to the block captains to send out information about who's the Democratic Party endorsed, who we like, this, that, and third, like stuff like that. So it's a way to keep the whole neighborhood engaged, and that's how you get a bigger voter turnout when you have an active block captain letting people know, like, guys, do you know there's an election in Philadelphia every 6 months?
No,
I was just talking to her about this.
people don't know.
People don't know. I was just talking to her about this yesterday. I was like, it's very important for people to vote in their interim elections.
Yeah, and the primaries are so like I just literally in February I found out what the city controller was. I never knew what a city controller was, and I was like cussing her out because they told me the city controller dictate where all the money go, and I'm like da 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 da, and she was like, "Hey Terrill, I don't know you, but actually that's not my job." And I'm like, "Oh fuck, I'm sorry, I've been cussing you out for like 3 months." So I actually got to interview her on my podcast, and it was like so dope. Like, what I realized is she just makes suggestions. She audits the whole budget for the city, and she goes, "Hey council, hey Mayor Kenny, you spent $100 million on chips. Maybe spend $50 million on the school board." And then council votes and be like, let's adopt her adaptation, or let's shelf it.
And usually they just go, nah, we need the chips.
Yeah.
Fuck the kids.
Yeah.
Fuck this city.
Sour cream and
We don't
onion.
We don't need education. We need fucking chips.
Yeah, literally. So I mean, chips are, but literally. So she's.
We know you were joking. We know you're. This is a part comedy podcast, so we knew you were joking.
Because I do not read sarcasm at all. Like people will be like, "Oh my god, you so fucking stupid." I'm like, I did a little college. I did a semester. They was like, "No, I'm joking." I was like, "Oh, okay, me too."
Oh my God. So funny. Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah,
but
chips over kids.
yeah, so it's like but literally, I wouldn't be able to talk to her if I wasn't your favorite trash man. So.
Right.
But yeah, I've learned a lot about the politics in this city. It sucks.
You saw my eye roll. I was like,
Yeah. It's so much and I thought about running. I was like, I'm gonna run.
you'd be cool.
You'd be
Not
awesome.
You'd be
gonna
so
do it.
good. Not gonna do it.
Not.
It's not gonna happen for you?
I cuss too much.
Yeah.
It's too much red tape,
Yeah.
and you're not allowed to call your council member partner a fucking idiot. You're not allowed to do that. So when somebody proposes something that like Mayor Street did, like, let's have some new policies. Like,
Yeah.
oh, for my proposal, I propose we stop gun violence. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Everybody's proposing that. Let's get some real detailed shit going on how, where's the money going to allocate to stop gun violence.
Right.
Yeah, so what I've been saying is, I don't want to be in the bubble. I want to be outside the bubble, but have the bubble as a resource.
That's the way to do it, isn't it?
That's what I'm learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. And I shout out to all the council members because I know I've talked to them and I know sometimes they want to go, this shit, it's stupid, but they can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
They have to listen to our complaints.
Well, I mean, it's not even about listening to the complaints. It's just you're so in a box that sometimes
Right.
you like me, I can just say, hey, like today, totally out of nowhere, linked up with this company, and now I'm doing a campaign to buy puncture-proof gloves for sanitation. Then I called my homie Jeff Brown, who owns all the shot rights. I'm like, Jeff, endorse my campaign, help me spread the word. Let's have the city buy gloves for sanitation workers. She's like, sure, let's do it. If I was a council person, it'd be like 6 fucking meetings to do that. I don't have time. I don't have time.
That's right.
Yeah.
You have to go through all that red tape just to get the things that you need. And
Right.
it's never going to happen because you have to be out there doing your thing. And when you can go around that and circumvent the politics and
like,
that
hey,
bullshit.
I did all the work. I set it up. One D says the account is ready. I can send you the link. I just need people to talk about it. I need people to endorse it. I need people to spread the word. And let's get sanitation workers, puncture-proof gloves because they need it. They're still getting poked by needles, so... Yeah, so that's how I like to move. I think it's
Wow.
like the Napoleon in me. I think it's Napoleon in me. Yeah.
That's good. It's been really cool to watch it, and I'm so like proud of the work that you're doing
thank
and
you.
happy to talk with you today. It's like really cool just to hear your perspective of everything that's been going on, especially as a Philadelphian. Oh my God, did you guys know I'm from Philly? But yeah,
Sam did not find that funny.
she was like, it's not funny. She does not find me amusing half the time. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm just high. It's fine.
Fine. It's okay.
Okay, because I'm not going to joke. Sam, I was a little nervous. You haven't talked in a while, so I was just like,
She hasn't.
And
She
I was
hasn't said
like,
anything in a while.
Sam is not enjoying herself at all. And she's just smiling and nodding. And
No, Sam's good.
okay, just checking.
I'm just looking at my list of questions. I feel
Yeah,
like I
let's keep
asked you
going.
all my
I'm not-
questions.
is there a time limit on this, or
We usually go about 55. I feel like we're almost getting
Okay.
there, or about 60.
'Cause I'm
we're
having
almost getting
fun,
there. We're
so-
having
Aw.
fun. We're not going to end this too soon. Don't
Okay.
worry. Yeah, I'm just making sure I asked you all of my very important questions
For
because
sure.
I am very.
We came up with
I'm prepared.
questions.
Listen, this is dope.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. Here's the test. I never remember names. Okay.
Oh,
So-
okay. Here we go.
I call my kids 1, 2, and 3. No, I'm dead serious. It's so much easier. Listen.
I love
Yo.
it. I
Three-
love it already.
3, stop crying. 2, help 3. 1, are you okay? 1, go get the remote. 2, did you go to the bathroom? 3, are you? Isn't that easy? Like,
It sounds great.
who needs names?
My
Yeah.
parents still call me by my sister's name, which is super annoying,
Yeah,
That
fair
might
enough.
be on purpose. But
just to make me feel like the one they didn't want.
okay, so
you know,
your
the
name
accident.
was
Give it a shot.
James.
Close,
Oh, close.
Jesse.
Super close.
Jesse.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is,
yeah.
guys, that's not close at all. Okay, go ahead,
Yeah.
Jesse.
No, how do you what determines a grade?
Of the trash piles?
Yeah, like what's an A grade? What's a D grade?
Okay, A is like super duper neat. Bags are tied, half bags. Like, don't fill the trash bag up to its. I'm a $160. I don't want to carry 100-pound trash bag. Like, that's more than my body weight. That's more than half my body weight. So, like, nice concealed bags. Recyclables are washed out neatly in the blue can. Boxes are breakdown. And also, to add to the boxes, when it's windy outside, you try to fucking pick up 50 Amazon boxes. Take a little twine and tie them, and so that way they stay together. Excuse me, I keep belching. Mattresses are wrapped in plastic. If you pitch a mattress out, if you put a couch out, at least spray it down. Like, people have picked couches out with like urine stain and like semen stains and stuff.
You mean like spray with like Febreze?
No, like disinfect
Clean
it.
it.
Like,
Gotcha.
just like scrub it down a little bit if you put a
Gotcha.
couch out, something, And yeah, just the main thing is nice and neat. And if you're going to put food away or throw food away, put food in like a little shopping plastic bag first, then put it in a big trash bag. When you dump it in the big trash bag, the juices flow everywhere. Everything gets all over the place. And that's how you attract the, unwanted, sanitation workers go from sanitation worker to psychologist to animal control, then back to sanitation worker all in one shift, So that's an A. An F is like, you it's the middle of COVID and you finally decide to redo your basement that you've been telling your wife you were going to do for like the last 16 fucking years. So you just break out all the frames and shit. Now the wood is everywhere, nails are everywhere. You lay it on top of the trash. So I got to dig through the nails to get to the trash bags. The recyclables are not recyclable. Like, there was one time somebody filled the blue recycle bin with batteries. I was like, dude, I can't take batteries. Like, you didn't even try to hide them. Like, everybody knows you really don't throw batteries away. But if you were to like put them in a bag or something, but like you just put like 600 batteries in a, yeah. So just those are Fs. Those are Fs. Those bags not tied, or they get the you have a construction bag and you think it's like trash and you pick it up and it's fucking drywall. Like, we're not supposed to take construction stuff. Yeah, we're not supposed to take construction stuff.
What should people do with construction stuff?
Well, if you have construction stuff, you're really supposed to take it to the dump and dump it yourself, and you have to pay for it. So that's another one of my big ideas on how to get rid of short dumping. Short dumping is such an issue because when you go to like the dump, it's like $800, $900 to dump if you have like a couple of tons. It's like $200 a ton.
Right.
If you just lost your job as an accountant and now you're going to do demos to survive through COVID, you can't pay that. So my idea is if the city would just allow people to buy permits for like $30 and then spend like $100 annually to have a permit to dump at the city dumps for a flat rate. People would dump at the city for a flat rate every single time versus having a whole dumpster and then going to go dump it for $2,000. But then the city makes money, and then people aren't dumping on vacant lots and stuff. They just have their permit and they're paying their annual fee, and they get to pay $400 to dump at the city dump. And then the people that are dumping, they come less and less. And then when you catch them, they can only find like $500 or find them like $5,000 if you catch them. Like, put a camera up. Get the license plate. So if you start finding them, word of mouth is like, we can't dump here, but let's go get the permit and let's go dump at the city dump for $400. I'm all about creating resources. Like, we have a problem, here's a solution, but not just here's to say, oh, everybody's illegal dumping. Well, yeah, why? Let's really dig into it. No one has a resource to really pay $800 a job if I'm charging $1,200 for the job with 5 guys. Who's making money?
Yeah.
To dump. So yeah.
And if people don't have a car, right? And they like talk about individuals, if they have big items to dump, a couch or like all these whatever, it's like what do they do? How are they supposed to do it?
And that's why they put it out in their trash. Yeah. And you can, if you call on my Instagram, there's sanitation centers. If you call the sanitation center and ask for the complaint truck, that's a truck that usually comes to get all the odd items or all the forgotten items on the block. So if you call ahead and be like, hey, I'm putting my couch out, I'm on this block, the dispatcher is really good at letting people like, listen, there's going to be a couch on that block, please take it. You know what I'm saying? But it's that communication. It's just like a relationship, you gotta communicate.
Yeah. And you've been doing that communication for us. I mean, like we said at the beginning, and we're almost at the end now.
Oh,
but yeah, I mean, like you said at the beginning, it's like that was why you started this whole thing, is because you wanted to communicate what was going on so that people weren't putting their trash out early, simply because the city could easily say, hey, 6ABC, put it on the night news that trash isn't going to be picked up tonight, but they wouldn't,
Yeah.
And that communication just wasn't happening. Like you said, just like in any relationship, you have to communicate. If we don't know what's happening and we don't know where to take our trash or what to do with it, no one's telling us in the city. I mean, there's no way for people to know. And then they don't want to start looking it up or trying to figure it out themselves, right? So they just, the trash guys will figure it out. Fuck it, right?
Literally.
And that's how it happens.
Literally, that's exactly what happens. And then at a certain point, the trash guys are like, actually, no, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. I'm taking a mental health break.
Yeah.
Wow.
I feel that.
If anyone deserves it, it's them.
Yeah,
for sure.
We're almost finished. Do you have any last minute questions, Sam Dub?
Just tell the people where we can find you. What so you're _ yeah, so it's YAFAV
Trashman.
Yep.
And that's the same thing on Twitter, but no underscore. Same thing on Facebook, but no underscore. Should do your fave Trashman. If you anywhere you can say your fave Trashman. My website's your fave Trashman. Yeah, and and it's me controlling my Instagram. People always think I have somebody else running my Instagram. I'm very sensitive because it's like my baby. Not that I need a 4th kid, but it's like my baby. So
number 4.
No, at least that one. At least I can make a profit off of. The other ones are like not even tax deductible. Like, who made this system up? But anyway, yeah. So it's I love to respond. Like a lady reached out to me, and this weekend, if you guys are available, come to the flower show. I collabed on an exhibit at the flower show.
Cool.
Off the new name of my new nonprofit called Trash to Treasure. So the flower exhibit is half trash and half flowers.
Wow.
That's such a cool idea.
Yeah. So So my nonprofit should be ready by like September. Got a lot of stuff going on. Got the new campaign to get the gloves. I'm trying to get a truck, a pickup truck. I'm having, you guys are all invited to my fish fry on the 24th, at Deeks Barbecue. Shout out to Mr. Deeks. Yeah, just on Instagram. Just holla at me. I'm here. I'm around. I'm in these streets.
Love it.
Just full disclosure, I'm too small to be a thug, guys. I'm like 5'5", so I know I'm in these streets, but not like that.
In these streets, cleaning up and making it better for
Yes,
everyone.
Yes.
Cleaning these streets.
Cleaning
I'm
these-
cleaning these streets.
Yeah.
I'm not in these streets. Yeah, I'm too small to be a thug. You know, there's a height requirement to be a thug. and
What's the height requirement?
It's like 5'8".
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just missed it as well.
I
you
could
know,
be a
I'm only
thug.
5 feet.
You could, the way you talk about your neighbor, I
Yeah.
believe you're a thug.
I am the thug of the neighborhood.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Block captain, thug,
Literally.
stand-up,
And enforcer.
Yeah.
enforcer.
Somebody's gotta do it.
Equalizer 3.
Yeah. I like that one. Yeah.
There we go.
Somebody's got to do it, guys.
Somebody's gonna do it, and I know we're gonna end, but I do want to hear really quickly. Trash to Treasures. What's the idea for what you're gonna do with it? If you can tell us. If not, it's
for
okay.
sure. So the nonprofit is to take all the charitable things that I do as your favorite trash man and kind of shift it into a nonprofit so I can apply for grants and actually like spread my resources across the whole entire city. So do bigger cleanups. And I also want to try to hire people. I want to do like an internship, mentorship where I'm taking second chance citizens and kids off the streets and teaching them how to organize and teaching them, you know, maybe you drive. You know, if I get the pickup truck, you drive the pickup truck and you do your own cleanup and, you know, like trying to do stuff like that and just really just organize and try to execute really cleaning the city one block at a time. So that's what the whole nonprofit is for, just to do it in a way where I can get the resources that I need and kind of spread the love across the whole city. So maybe not do one cleanup on a Saturday, but if there's a couple of cleanups on one Saturday, I have enough resources and supplies to, you know, and then I can, you know, have people donate and do all that stuff, and then they're getting their tax write-offs, and, you know, then we just make it a whole big thing.
Oh, that's so cool. That's
Yeah.
really awesome. I'm so excited to hear about that new venture, and I can't wait for that to happen in September. I will definitely support you.
And September's my birthday.
Hey,
Maybe I should give you guys.
are you a
like,
Libra? Oh,
I'm
sorry,
Virgo.
Virgo.
Yeah, my birthday's September 3rd.
Okay, September.
Maybe I should give you guys like a breaking news.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sam, you woke up for that?
I'm
she
here.
loves. Yeah.
So I am in the process of trying to organize, to me, the first annual or first ever essential workers walk for Labor Day.
Cool.
A 5K walk for essential workers. I think more than ever over this past year, especially in Philly, we saw how important every essential worker is. I'm talking about home health aide,
Yeah.
postal worker, delivery guy, sanitation worker, nurse, teacher, grocery store cashier, the person stocking at Walmart, Home Depot,
Yeah.
like just everybody that didn't really get a chance to stop working, you know, all the IT guys that were fixing Zoom for the last 14 months.
True.
Right.
Like all of you guys are essential, and I don't want you to just be called essential. I want somebody to treat you essential.
Yeah.
So that's the point.
Disclaimer though, fuck Home Depot, shop at Lowe's.
Is Lowe's
We could go into that, but that's
okay? I didn't know if like Lowe's was a sponsor or something. I was about to ride with you, but
no.
But Lowe's, if you're listening and you want to sponsor either your fave Trashman or Sam We Are podcast,
Yeah.
I think we're all
I
accepting.
think we're a
sponsor.
package deal now.
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty
I
much.
think-
You're stuck with us
Yeah,
now.
for
Wait,
sure.
I do have one question. Sorry.
It's
I don't know
40
why I'm
minutes later,
apologizing.
stoner.
I never.
Welcome back
apologize.
to the conversation, Dub.
Hey, I was in the conversation.
I'm just
Okay.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, but like, what is the process of starting a non-disclosure? Like,
A nonprofit.
Nonprofit.
yeah, I'm thinking.
Sam, get your tits together, bitch.
I'm thinking of my job where I
Where you
give
You sign
non-disclosures
NDA.
Yeah.
every day, but a nonprofit, like, what is the process for that? Because I feel like a lot of people talk about it, they bounce ideas, but like it never really comes to fruition. So how does that work?
I was blessed to be introduced to a guy here in Philadelphia that actually does it for you.
Cool.
I think he's an adjunct professor or a professor at Villanova, and that's what he does. Like nonprofit LLCs is his thing. His name is Dr. Wesley Proctor. And for $1,000 and about 5 months, you could, again with the belching, sorry, you could have a nonprofit. Yeah.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I have ideas for that.
I can definitely send you his contact. I've been sending it since. I mean, I love the experience, so I'm a connector. That's like I'm a networker.
Me too.
I'm
Same.
a networker.
I have some people I think you should meet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally, I go places and I just talk to every fucking body.
Networking.
I just go home with everybody's phone number. I know people's like at the flower show when we were taking our photos and stuff. She was like, "Oh, this is my mom." She was like, "Hey, mom, how you doing?" By the left, I was like, "Bye, mom." She said, "Bye, son." Like, what?
Wait, time out. Two of my best friends also put on an exhibit at the flower show.
Okay, wait. I'm working with the flower shop.
Oh, no.
Okay. That'd have been freaky if it was them, though.
No.
That would have been weird.
It really would have been weird.
I was like, okay, we are connected.
But did you see Ill Exotics?
Okay, full disclosure, that was my first time ever at a flower show.
Did you love it? Were you overwhelmed?
I was a little overwhelmed.
Lots of flowers. They all
Lots
look
of
the same at
flowers.
first.
Yeah, a lot of smells.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking spiders.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because all the dirt, I think that shit is imported from like Arachnia or something. It's really bad.
Arachnia.
Oh my God.
It's really bad. And it was like a lot of spiders. I don't like spiders. And I was like, just seeing them, I just keep
I feel like you're
spying.
afraid of bugs. Is that
I'm
your
not
thing?
afraid
All
of
right, all right,
bugs.
you can say you
No,
can
I'm not
admit
afraid
it.
of
That's
bugs.
okay.
I'll fight a bee for my daughter for anything.
No, it sounds like you're afraid.
And
It sounds like you don't like them.
I don't.
Maybe
I
not
am,
afraid. Maybe you don't fuck
I
with
am
them.
afraid of spiders. I will
Okay.
say that. I do not like spiders.
It's okay.
They-
I'll
You don't have
catch
to
him in
like
my
them.
hand and set him free. So we're like the perfect friends.
You what?
I'll catch him in my hands and like set him outside.
I have this little family of
Do
spiders.
you get a check for her? do you get a check for her? Because that is mental.
I do. I love spiders too. I mean, we're both super vegan, so we love animals. But I do. I have like these like 3 little spiders. I accidentally killed their other baby while I was in the shower. Like it was in the shower. I turned
Bitch.
on the water. It just ran down the drain. I went, oh no, I murdered one of my spider pets. You know,
So you're okay with having spiders in the shower?
they're like teensy tiny.
No, that's not the question.
They're
You're no,
teensy tiny.
Yes or no? You're okay with having spiders in the shower?
I probably would have taken it and put it on the wall, or just like if it wasn't on the floor, it wasn't close to me. But so you know,
So that's a hard yes. Got it.
yeah. Well, they're above my shower. They live above my
thinks
shower.
Can I take Jesse home?
Take Jesse home. He's
thinks I'm
laughing so
hilarious.
hard. I love him.
Jesse thinks I'm hilarious.
I think you're hilarious too.
I
I
do
just want to say for the
too.
record, I
Okay.
really want you to do stand up comedy. We're gonna talk about this later, but
Okay.
I want you to come to an open mic and do like 5 minutes. I think you'd be freaking hilarious.
I would piss myself.
I almost do it every time I take stage, just to let you know. Like I have a minor panic attack before I go on stage.
But I mean, as a dancer, I know that's a good thing to have the scare shits is what I call them, the scary shits.
Yes.
Yeah, you're so scared. But
it's
I
a
don't-
good feeling. Well, you know, it like my therapist used to say that adrenaline and anxiety are like the same feeling.
Okay.
So she'd be like, when you think you're feeling anxious before a performance, maybe it's just like all the adrenaline like coursing through your body.
I just feel like I'm gonna say a bomb ass punchline,
Yeah.
and nobody laughs, and
Well,
I'm
yeah.
just gonna want to tell the whole audience to suck my dick. So
I mean, we all feel like that. Trust me. Like, listen, we all feel that way when we bomb for sure. But you know, it's
and then it's that awkward silence, like
yeah. Right. Like no one thinks I'm funny. I mean, look, I made that joke and you said Sam didn't laugh. Like, it's okay. I didn't die. You know what I mean? Like,
no, but
I
Sam was high.
survived.
That doesn't
You
count.
died inside though.
I did. And then she made fun of my ponytail and I was like, okay, everything sucks right now.
Right, and then like
But yeah.
because I'm short, I'm bald.
That's all funny. That's fucking hilarious.
Wait, all right, last joke. You want to know why I went bald?
Why?
I went bald on purpose. Yeah, I cut my hair. Like if I come back in 3 weeks, I'll have like a hairline. I have like hair. So, before I got grown, like when I was like 20, 21, I just wore book bags all the times. And anytime I went downtown, fucking truancy would stop me
Right.
and be like, "Why are you not in school?" I'm like, "Cause I fucking graduated in 2007."
Right. You're like, I'm 30 years old.
Literally. So like, I was like at like 20, 24, 25. I was like, fuck it. I'm going bald. You tell me what fucking bald head 8th grader you know. And since I went bald, I haven't been stopped by truancy.
And you haven't gotten any dates either. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just
Well,
kidding.
you
The
know.
look is good. It was a bad joke. I'm so sorry.
No, it's all right. I'm divorced,
look-
so it's
oh,
all right.
The look is good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we could go on forever. I've really had so much fun.
Yeah,
with
no,
you.
this was dope. This was dope.
Thank-
I'm glad. I'm glad I came. Yeah.
We're glad you came too. Thank
What
you so
you
much.
considered standing
He
us
did.
up?
I felt that in his voice. He was like, I almost stood them up, and I was like, cool, dope. Thanks for
What?
coming.
You guys have 341,000 followers. I would have got here early with fucking donuts if I could.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's all summed up over here. We'll give her
It
credit
is.
for that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's y'all. So that's just your Instagram. Oh.
She's. I mean, but listen,
You can bow down later. It's
we're
fine.
we're together. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take credit for her work, for years of work. Just like a white woman to take the credit, it's mine now. I
No,
got
you're
it.
right. It's all about networking. That's the name of the
Yeah.
game, and that
Yeah.
the more people you know, the better. I was showing Sam Cap the other day. I think I was showing someone how I categorize people in my phone because I know so many fucking people. I categorize them by state, so I put their state that they're in first, and then their name. So that way, when I'm in that state, I can just scroll and be like, "Who do I know here? Who can I talk to?"
That's
That's
fucking
so smart.
high
Genius.
level.
Genius.
That's high level, like shit.
That's
Yep.
smart.
And I give them all an emoji to describe what our connection is. So if it's like, I don't know, someone in the media, I'll put like a microphone or something, or a camera if it's a photographer. So that way I can scroll and I just look for cameras. Y'all are gonna steal this, and I welcome it. It is great organization.
Well, first I have to know that many fucking people. So-
You will.
Yeah.
You will. You do now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do now.
Yeah. Mine's I just put the first and last name in their company, and I always spell part of the name wrong. So when
That's
I'm
okay.
like,
We do
Siri,
too.
Siri, call Jesse. I'm sorry. Do you mean GC? I'm like, fuck. I spelled his name wrong on my phone.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
that's my life.
You're awesome. You
Yeah.
have such a cool life. Thank you for sharing it
Oh,
with
thanks
us.
for having me, guys. I really have fun.
Thanks
This
for-
is dope.
Thanks for all the work that you do too in Philadelphia. We're all so grateful for you. The
Yeah,
city needs you, and we appreciate
Yeah,
you.
we're gonna do it together. We gotta organize a cleanup, especially one on South Street
Hey,
and one on Sam's block.
Thank you.
We're
Thank you
down.
so much. Oh my God. I'm tired
so
of doing
down.
it myself. But every time I do it, I feel such like gratitude and like, I don't know. It makes you feel so good. Like you were saying, like older people will come by and they'll just like thank me, and all this shit. And it's cool. So clean up your fucking block because it's probably disgusting.
Yes.
it's gross. You're gross. Don't be gross. Well, on that note, again, thank you. Everyone follow him on Instagram, social media, you fave Trashman everywhere. Don't forget to follow us on social media, Sam We Are Podcast. Rate us and like us. We love you and appreciate you. Thank you again for joining us.
Bye, guys.
This is Sam Cap and Sam Dub with Sam We Are TGIF, bitches.
Sam, how are you, miss? Sam, we are. Sam, we are. Sam, how are you, miss? Sam.
This has been a Droptent Media production.